Budget-friendly tools for an online business. This is part 2. And who am I? Well, I'm Caitlin, and this is GBR Life for my weekend video in Budget July. I bet you're excited about all the budget videos. Now remember, there's an entire series this month, so go and check out the other videos. But until then, feel free to continue to watch this one, part 2. So, who am I? Well, let's get into the intro and find out. Did that explain everything for you? Basically, GBR Life is a blog, a vlog, a podcast, and you name it. So feel free to check out gbrlife.com to get everything. But let's get into part 1. I mean, number 1. This is part 2. What am I saying? Okay. Content management. Yeah, something that we all love to do or hate to do depending on what you're doing with your online business. But in content management, there are tools to help you with that. Tools like Wordpress, Squarespace, Weebly. I mean, these are just a few options. There's plenty out there, but you do need some content management, and how to get that for cheap? Those exact places I mentioned, because they're basically free or very low monthly payments. So honestly, this is a great way to go because you have to manage that content. I'm also going to add to this and say, there is a study out there that has stated that if somebody has found a good review for whatever your business may be, they're very likely to go and try and see if they can find your website. And if they can't find your website, that will deter them from continuing to use you as a business and whatever service that you are providing. So you do want some sort of landing page. So remember the Weeblys, the WordPresses, the Squarespaces, I mean not square faces, Squarespace, and you will get to see the actual thing right in front of you on the screen. It's very easy to know exactly what I'm talking about. Or Wix, or something else that works best for you, but these are budget friendly. And now we're on to number 2. Number 2, we have the ability to outsource. Did you know that you can stay on budget and still outsource? Because frankly, we're not all good at everything. Personally, I have not tried to actually outsource any of the things that I do, but I know plenty who have, and they are very happy people because of it. So if you find that you have just a little bit of extra cash to actually outsource, it may give you better content, better editing, better logo making. It depends on what you're looking for, but there's so many different services that places like Upwork and Fiverr actually offer. So it's a great place to look for somebody who's doing freelance work. They're excited to get some business. You're excited to get it for cheaper. But remember this. If you are looking for something that is top-notch, you're going to have to pay top-notch dollars, and it is right because that is freelance work and that is their quality. But if you're looking for something that's going to get you going, that's going to be good for you out there, they have those options too. So Fiverr and Upwork are really, really, really good options. And if not, you can always learn how to do things completely on your own as well, but that will take longer, and time is money. Remember that. Moving on to number 3. So you now have that wonderful work being done for you in the ways that you don't think that you will be able to excel. You also have the content readily available on a wonderful landing page, and someone wants to buy your service, but how are you going to get that service if you don't use something like PayPal? PayPal's my favorite in particular, but there's also other apps like Cashapp, Venmo, and Stripe. And these are really great options when you are doing online businesses. And this is because you are looking to save money, right? And you don't want to have to open up some way to get paid that is going to require out of you to pay any additional money to them, right? PayPal, I think, is one of the best places because you do not have to actually pay any money just to have an account with PayPal. So somebody can give you money, no problem. Great thing with Cashapp and Venmo, it's the same thing. And then you also have Stripe, and if you are doing Shopify, you have the Shopify pay options. Now, again, everything isn't free out there, but I love PayPal because it is free. Okay, number 4, project management. I know you're probably thinking, I don't know anything about project management, and that's not what I'm trying to do here, but hear me out. A project management tool called Monday.com, and there's others out there. So in this entire list, these are just some tools that I'm aware of, but there are other things out there. So I'm going to point out too, if you know of anything, please feel free to let me know. Subscribe to my channel and just keep talking to me because I love to hear from you. But other than that, Monday.com. So here's the reason I love that. It's because everything technically is a project. You need to find ways to schedule, to track, to know what you need to get done. Even if you were outsourcing something, you still need to know exactly what you got done. You don't want unhappy customers because you're too busy doing something else and taking longer to get back to them. So instead, you use a tool like Monday.com where it helps you stay organized and really plan every piece out. Even if you're doing crafting, I know that sounds crazy, but it actually works, and these types of tools are very user-friendly. And it does come with a little bit of a fee if you want a little bit more options. But if you're just by yourself, for example, and you have an online business, and I mentioned crafting, so if you're doing some sort of a crafting thing that you're selling on Etsy, or you are selling everywhere, who knows? But you want to get everything under control, and you want to make sure that you are very heavily scheduled, getting to your customers and knowing exactly what you're doing. Monday.com is going to help you with that. You can have it completely for free because they do have that option, or their paid option starts at $8 all the way up to $16 a month. So it's really not that bad if you're going to pay monthly for this. Or, like I said, you can go completely for free and really start learning how to project manage yourself, keep everything organized kind of in one place. And when you kind of get it all figured out by yourself, maybe you don't need a tool anymore. But at least in the very beginning, I would suggest some sort of project management tool like Monday.com. Okay, let's get into the final one. And last but definitely not least, you're gonna love this one. You probably didn't even think about it. Maybe you did, maybe I don't know you very well because I don't know who you are watching this video, but did you think of a VPN? Yes, a VPN, because you are online and you want to be secure, right? Everything that you're doing should be as secure as possible. So if you're also getting the SSL certificate, I believe is what that's called, when you're getting your website, that landing page and everything, and usually when you're going through Squarespace or Wix or Weebly or Wordpress, I mean, those things are options, so don't worry about that so much. You're gonna be asked if you want to do that, and I suggest you do. But in that same token, you also want to have a VPN service while you're doing everything, because it keeps you and everything that you create, everything that's going on with your business, a lot more secure, even the things that are going to you. So it's a really great way to just have that extra security layer. So a place that is a good option is, you already see it on the screen though, is Surfshark. And here's the best part, it's only $10 a year. Now, I don't know if it's still $10 a year. I am going to give you that little bit of a caveat. That is currently what we are paying, and I say we because I'm married in my household. So if you happen to find it for $10 a month still, that is wonderful. If not, I'm sure it hasn't gone up too much, and it's a wonderful tool for that VPN. There are other services out there, and I'm never against trying something that works best for you, but please let me know whatever it is that did work for you. Okay, that was it for this week. That was the last video for budget-friendly tools for an online business. But